Hi everyone, so today's look is going to be Jennifer Hudson for the Grammy Awards for 2012. She was asked at the very last minute to please sing a tribute for Whitney Houston, and I thought that it was so sweet of her and said so much about her character that she agreed to do it last minute, and she sung the song so beautifully. If you missed it and if you could catch it in any way, definitely do so. Yeah, I wanted to recreate her look because I thought it was so beautiful and so flattering on her. She looks so gorgeous. So this look is basically something that's very universally flattering. It's neutral, but it's also gold and purple, and it's gonna look good on any skin tone. So I hope that you enjoy this look, and may Whitney Houston rest in peace, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Alright, so to get started on the look, Jennifer Hudson was had on a very thin eyebrow. She usually has on fairly thin eyebrows, so I just lightly filled my in with my medium blonde brow powder. Too Faced Shadow Insurance. It's a nice clear base for this look. And then I'm not sure what she had on during her red carpet look. It's a bit different, or maybe it just wasn't as glowy when it wasn't under lights from the stage, but on her lid was a bit metallic during her tribute to Whitney Houston. So I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. cream eyeshadow, and this is in Candlelight, basically, and it's a dupe of MAC's Bare Steady. So that just goes all over the eyelid. And then in order to achieve a very similar looking eye to the one she had during her tribute to Whitney Houston, when she flips open her eyes, you'll notice it is in neutral, but it's got a bit of an undertone to it. And it's very similar to Tease. This is the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. I'm not sure exactly what Jennifer Hudson's products were during her tribute to Whitney Houston, so you could take anything else that you want. But I'm going to be dipping into Tease with this Sigma E40 brush. And she may have had on MAC's Shell, most likely. But I'm going to pop this into the crease. And then just get a slightly deeper socket and then pull that straight in, so when you flip open your eye, you have this gorgeous purpley plummy natural hue. Now for her brow bone, we have a slightly different space or width to our brow bone, so I'm just recreating this look on my own face shape. I'm going to go in with Foxy. So I'm just going to pop this straight over the crease a little bit to blend it in really softly, and then just tap that over the brow bone, and then just kind of move your brush over to blend it all out evenly. Now I've done this before in a lot of looks, but for the very peak of the eyebrow, I want to take a little bit of Bootycall, which is just this light pink. We're actually going to be taking a little less of this particular shade than what I normally do on myself. We're just going to barely tap that, just so you have a little bit of luminosity under the peak of the brow. Now for the crease, she actually has more purple than what I've provided so far. This isn't your traditional pinup look, it's very modern. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of Urban Decay's Purple Haze. This is just a matte eyeshadow. It's a dupe of MAC's MAC's Hep Cat. It's a dupe of that. So it's just a light lavender with a pinky undertone. Also very similar to Makeup Forever No. 9. And we're just going to put this in the deep socket. And I don't think this particular color is available anymore. If it is, check the sales section or All Cosmetics Wholesale, and because I don't think they're selling it on HauteLook, which is where I got mine. Now I always do what I can, or as best as I can, to try to stick to one palette. Sometimes it's like hard color-wise to recreate a specific look doing just that. So I apologize. I'm going to be taking Naked 1. And I'm going to be mixing a little bit of Sin right here, which is this champagne color, with a little bit of Half Baked, which is a gold color. Both these colors are frequently featured in assorted Urban Decay palettes and are very basic colors. So I'm just going to go back and forth into both those colors on my Sigma E55 And we're just going to pat that right on top of the e.l.f. cream shadow in Candlelight. Most of these colors that I've applied are also incredibly basic in other brands as well, if not available at drugstore as well, which I'm sure you could recreate this look easily from drugstore products. Now, in order to achieve her upper lash line, I'm going to be taking a little bit of the Too Faced Perfect Eyes Waterproof Liquid Liner. This has, well, it's not a liquid liner, but it's got the ease of a liquid liner. I'm barely going to apply even the tiniest amount of pressure to my eyelid, just to pull it up a little bit so I can get a straight line. Because my eye shape won't allow me to do it just keeping my eye normal. So the best thing I can do is apply like almost no pressure, so you can see that it's only slightly more taut, but I'm not going like that to my poor eye. So I'm just gonna blend that out with the beveled edger on the bottom. I already have a review of this liner on my blog post. I paid for it myself. It's just a really nice eyeliner. I'm going to be taking the Urban Decay 24/7 Waterproof Liquid Liner. I'm just going to shake this up a little bit so that the pigment gets onto the brush. And I don't think I really have much more, but we're just going to line the upper lash line. This part's optional. I just think it looks a little bit better to kind of go over your upper lash line with a liquid, and plus you can also tell that she has a pencil laid down on the eyelid prior to some other eyeliner on top of it that's glossier and wetter, which is most likely liquid. Now I'm going to be applying Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On Shadow Pencil, and this is in Sin. It's the more champagne-y nude one. I'm going to be placing this on my waterline and my lower lash line, and then just smudging that out with my finger. Now before we get on with the eyelashes, I'm going to be taking a little bit of Urban Decay's 24/7 Liquid Liner and just barely adding a flick. Maybe even less than that if need be, just very fine and simple. And then we're going to be adding a little bit of a mascara. There you are. I'm going to add this mascara, and then I'm going to add a little bit of Hourglass Film Noir Lash Lacquer, and we will apply false lashes today, and I'll be back with that later. Now before we get to false lashes, it's extremely important to take enough mascara or some mascara product type, as I'm doing with this Hourglass Lash Lacquer, and applying that on the bottom lashes, because she definitely has definition, but it's done with the use of a lot of mascara on the bottom end, which is definitely a definition or defining tool that I often forget. I often always just kind of do up my eyes with more eyeliner than I might need before applying mascara. The mascara always pulls your eye look together. I'm just going to apply that to the bottom and giving it enough definition. Just add a couple strokes of this to the actual eyelashes. It's basically just a brush applicating mascara, and this will just make them thicker and more easier to apply the false lashes. So I'm going to grab a pair of Ardell's Runway Lashes, and these are in Naomi. I don't typically take anything from the Runway Lash collection, just because they're very out there, but she does have on very thick lashes. I would say Naomi would definitely be a more tame set in comparison to something like Tyra, which I used not too long ago. So I'll be taking these with my Debut Organic Lash Glue and be right back. So I'm just waiting for that glue to dry. As you can see a little bit of the glue, but it's not much. It'll dry clear, and then I'll just run over the lash line with the waterproof liquid liner on top, so you can't see any glue whatsoever, so they look seamless and perfect and almost like my own. And that's it without the eyelashes. So you could choose to go with this look or this look. It's really up to you. If you don't like false lashes, this is your stopping point, and if you like false lashes, you can go this far. So when doing this particular look on the face, she had a very glowy, dewy look to her skin. So I'm going to go under the eyes with this Milani HD concealer. And this is in number 1. It works like the Touche Eclat. That's why it's kind of like that annoying click, sorry. And I'm just going to highlight, especially like a lot right about here, because you could definitely see that when she's singing. It's this very dewy shine. So I'm just going to take the Beauty Blender dupe. This is the Soho Beauty Sponge that you can just get at CVS. And I'm just going to bounce that and give her that same glow that's right about here in the T-zone. That's probably done with some amount of concealer. So I'm just going to bounce that under the eyes. And I take it up as close to being under the eye as I possibly can. I don't take it up in the creases of the eye, meaning directly under, because that's exactly what it's going to do. It's going to crease. Now I'm going to be taking a little bit of this Mary Kay cream blush, and this is in Sheer Bliss. She's got just a lot of mauvey tinted color. This color is pretty universally, it's just kind of a mauve color. You could definitely see the pigment stronger than some of the Urban Decay Glide On Cheek tints, but if you like those, I think Greedy will be a nice color. They're pretty sheer, so you'll still get that mauve tone if you take Greedy. So I'm just going to take this one and pop that towards the back. I think I'm just obsessed with face products this month, but when you see some of these celebrity looks, you can tell they have on quite a bit of attention paid to their skin. So I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Caribbean in a compact. You don't need these brands. If you can get these similar items at drugstores, I think that'll be great. And then you could just go in with a contour and sort of just bronze that out. She definitely has a little bit of a contour on, so just take what suits your skin tone. This is one of those looks that'll look great on on a whole lot of skin tones, because Urban Decay is just so pigmented that it kind of looks good on everyone. And now I'm going to take one last product for the face. I'm so sorry. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush. This is their matte one, and this is in Flush. I'm not sure if they have a glitter version of the purple one, but this matte one's really nice. So I'm going to pick this up on the same Sigma large contour brush, kind of similar to MAC's Angle Contour Brush, which I believe is the 186, so correct me if I'm wrong. Just barely stamping that in there. I'm going to apply this to the center of my cheekbone and then blend it backwards. And this is a great color for a multitude of skin tones. Anytime you see a really dark, almost like unwearable looking color if you were pale, just pop on a little bit and it'll give you a really gorgeous flush. Now for lips, you may want to take a pink liner, but if you don't want to, that's entirely up to you. But I'm going to be taking e.l.f. Matte Lip Color in Tea Rose. It's like a purpley pink. One of my favorite things about this look is her lip color. It's gorgeous. I believe it's Max Up the Amp or something along those lines. So I'm taking the dupe of Max Up the Amp, and this is Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics in Hoochie. If you're unfamiliar with MAC's purple lipsticks, Up the Amp is a great kind of pinky purple, which I actually find more flattering than Violetta. That's my personal opinion on that. I know some people really like Violetta. It's a cult classic. I'm going to take a little bit of this on an angled brush. But the thing I like about Up the Amp and Hoochie is, believe it or not, it's a purple that works on all skin tones. I've seen the palest of girls wear this color, and they're phenomenal. And to polish it off with that shine and gloss, I'm going to be taking something that I also think is universally flattering because it's kind of sheer. It's going to add that pop and it's got some shimmer. I'm going to take the Tarte Adored Lip Surgence, and I'm going to pop that on. So I hope you have fun wearing this look. I had a lot of fun putting it together. I think it's neutral, perky, purple, and beautiful. And I'm so glad Jennifer Hudson did this for Whitney Houston last minute. That says so much about her and her credibility. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and thanks for watching.